Hi everybody, happy Sunday evening. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. Here at Mary's Craft Room, we have been busy all weekend long. I've been crafting and prepping for classes coming up. So you almost, I have to share with you, you almost got a rare sighting of me tonight, but the lighting is so bad here that it doesn't look very good. So I got to work on that this year. There's a goal for me. Do better lighting so you can actually see my face. So anyway, tonight, I promised last week I was going to do Playing in the Rain, and it is so stinking cute. It's so easy because it's just the DSP and just a little bit of stamping and just a fun fold that makes it look fancy, and it really is not that fancy at all. Hi Mary, how are you? You'll be doing this tomorrow night, Mary. I'll keep the table all set up for you. Up here I have my March host code, if anybody's interested in ordering. And what I'm doing now is people have been asking me for card instructions a lot. So I am going to start to boost my business a little bit, I'm going to start selling a sample card along with a PDF instruction tutorial for $10. So this will be the first one, is going to be Playing in the Rain. So if anybody is interested in that, you can get, like I said, a sample card, PDF, $10 from me. I do Venmo, PayPal, cash, check if I know you, or buy the bundle, it's out right now, but it's supposed to be available starting tomorrow or the week of the 13th. So if you bought the bundle for $54.75, and look at all the dies that you get in there and all of the stamps, then you can have the tutorial free. And speaking of stamps, you know I never get this right. I have to go grab my stamps that we're going to use for this card. Okay, I'm back with my stamps. Silly girl. Oops, there goes the table. I thought I had everything all set out. I've just been waiting to go on with you guys. Go figure. So Mary, we'll do better with you tomorrow night. Yes, we will. So anyway, again, you can purchase this tutorial from me with a card for $10 or purchase the whole bundle for $54.75 starting hopefully tomorrow, and you can get all of this free. All righty. So with that, oh Mary, don't be nervous. Hi Sue, hi Julie, how are you guys doing? Before I get to the card, Mary, I'll help you not to be nervous, I promise. Before I get to the card, I gotta show you, you've probably seen it already posted, I've been posting all afternoon, some other cute little treat things that I've made. You know I like making the nugget sleeves. So first thing I did was I wanted to do like a slider box, and it turned out okay, but it was kind of a pain in the tuchus. So I decided that I would go back to my easy nugget sleeves and just make it fit for this Dove Spring Candy Mix. So one is caramel, one is milk chocolate, and I think the other one is dark chocolate. So aren't they cute little buggers? And they fit perfectly. I just had to adjust the size a little bit. This is an old set, but it looks so perfect with that. I love all the stitch detail on the flower. So super cute. So this is on Mary's front porch. I'll be selling them in the spring along with M&Ms for Easter. So that's what I've been playing with this afternoon. So even though we have a bunch of snow, it's time for spring. All right, let's get going. Let's put this down here a little bit closer. Alrighty, so the colors I used, I took cues from the paper and I went with Balmy Blue and Mango Melody. And at first, guys, I was just going to use a white base for this, and I thought, no, let's tie in the Mango Melody, and I really like how it turned out. I hope you do too. All right, so here are all my supplies. So again, this is the worst part, is just doing all these pieces, because you should know by now that I'm the layering queen. I just don't like plain and simple. I like the cards easy to do, but I like them to be a fun fold. Okay, so let's get everything out here and get started. So this is going to be our normal 11 inches across, but I cut off 1 inch. So this ends up being 10 inches, and you still score it at, if you turn this around, at 5.5, okay? So when I fold it then, I'm gonna get my bone folder out. I brought one along. There it is. So then there will be 1 inch here that's showing. Make sure I got my numbers right. Yes, they are. Okay. So then it shows a little bit of the fun paper underneath. Gives it a little bit extra. And of course the paper we're using is the paper that goes with the bundle. So it's this paper here, and we're going to use the rain, and we're going to use this fun piece here, and we're actually going to use the die to cut this out. The dies all fit perfectly with our little critters on there. So we're going to use the dies to cut that out. But first we'll start adhering pieces. So then this is my normal base then, that would be 4.25 by 5.5. So then we go down a step and do it 4 by 5.25, 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, and now I had to watch. At first I had my raindrops upside down. So there is a right and wrong way for the raindrops. They should be skinny on top and the big drop on the bottom, right? So had to make sure I got that right. Let's see if we can get that down a little bit better. Okay, so now I'm going to adhere that. We'll start with our easy taping. We'll get those all put together. Those of you that are local, I have my upcoming card buffet on March 25th. This was a request for that day. It may or may not be in that day. I'm not guaranteeing anything. It is not difficult, that's for sure. Just a lot of prepping on my end. So it may be in there, because one of the cards I'm going to do is a note card. We're going to do a wedding and an anniversary card. My lighting is really not good tonight. I apologize for that. I don't know what's up with it. I thought I had it set pretty good. Okay, so now we have that. Then on the front, you hear my squeaky chair behind me? So on the front then, we have Mango Melody, and we're going to go on this one, and it is 4.25. It ends up being 4.25 by 4, and I'm going to do the same on the inside. So I'm going to put both of those down. Tape that up. Make sure I have that right. So I stand a lot, as you know, when I craft, so that's my chair is squeaking behind me. I've got my folding chair. Then I went with part of the designer series paper that's going to go in here, and then that's going to be 3 3/4 by 4. So I just always go down another 1/4 of an inch. And there's so many pretty sides to this paper. And again, this is a set that Mary wasn't going to get, and I'm in love with it. It's just cute as a bug's ear. So stinking cute. And I love the blue and the Mango Melody together. Really cute. Okay, so now I want to I'll put this other Mango Melody on the inside. As long as we're layering, we'll get that going. Put this here. We'll only have a little bit of cutting on our cut and emboss tonight. We're going to stamp on the white layering piece that goes in here. We'll stamp on that in a little bit. But then I have, so what I do for the cute little fun fold part that's going to fit right in here, I want to get my ruler and measure, make sure I've got giving you the right dimensions. It is 3 1/4 by 6 1/2 by 6 1/2. So then it ends up being 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 squares. Okay. So we can proceed with putting on these layers. So this is 3 by 3, 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. I try not to throw anybody in a loop with using eighths. Sometimes I have to, and people really don't like those. I don't like them. But sometimes you have to throw an eighth in there, here or there. I prefer to stay by quarters. It just makes it easier. Look at scrap paper. I laid it in the black. Not good. But it's the back side. There's always two sides to every piece of paper. All right. So now we'll put that right here. Let's see, which way do I want that? Let's do that one. Looks like my blade needs to be changed. My paper's a little hairy on the edge. Okay, so now we have that. And all we have left to do is some stamping. And we got to cut out, we're going to stamp and cut out the little puddle. And this we're going to cut right out of the paper. And then I have some epoxy teardrop looking dots. They are old and retired, and I just thought this was a perfect time for me to use them up. They look like the raindrops coming down. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside for a second and put that over here. I'm going to get the paper out. And what I'm going to do is cut up and cut around the little fox. And then the die will fit perfectly around him. And it'll fit on the mini cut and emboss. And I liked how there was a puddle there, so we're going to stamp and cut out a puddle. The puddle die doesn't fit this one, but there is a stamp that fits with it. So we'll do that. And I had a piece, scrap piece, there it is, balmy blue. Okay. And we're going to do balmy blue right on top of balmy blue for the puddle. Okay. We'll get our little cut and emboss out, and we'll shake the whole table up. Let's put this up a bit. Now, if you recall, the last time I tried using this, it didn't go real well. We'll see if it's better this time. So I've got my 3 plates here. I'll get my dies out. So we're going to use the fox. Make sure I got the right one with the umbrella. Yes, I do. And then my little puddle. So there are just so many die pieces in here. The possibilities are endless. I have to tell you, I don't think I ever use all of my dies up on sets like this. And if you are one that it shakes a little on you or whatever, you can always use a little washi tape to hold it down. We're going to see how I do with this one. Okay, I'm just going to line it up around there. Make sure the top of the umbrella fits in the little notch. I don't see it in there, so there we go. That's what I want. Then get everything else lined up. That looks pretty good. So hopefully everything goes in well. So here we go, shaking the table. And look at that. Isn't he cute? And he's got, if you look at the paper, it's got, this is shiny. His raincoat and his hat are already shiny on there. Really super cute. Okay, so now the next thing we need to do is our puddle. So we've got our little puddle here. And then we'll just put our die on top of that. That should be pretty easy. Hopefully I don't mess that up. And then we're going to use, once we tape it or glue it down, we're going to use Wink of Stella on it to make that shine. Okay? All right, so let's go through. Hey, I did good one time. They can be tricky. They can be temperamental. You have to layer it sometimes. Stagger it. But it seems like I do better going one way versus the other. All right, so we've got our little pieces there. We can put our cut and emboss away. Sorry about that. I'm going to quick grab some glue. Okay, so now we can assemble the front of the card. We can come back down here a little bit closer. Ooh, look, there's my little fox. All right, so what I'm going to do is we'll put it on here. I'm going to take my glue for the puddle, just because it's narrow, and hopefully I've got some glue that will come out. Let's get some out of here. Okay, well this one, I'm doing great, aren't I, guys? This one doesn't seem to want to go. I knocked the table yet again. Let's see if we can get a glue that's going to work for us here. So now I'm just getting envious of those people that do wonderful videos. But this is just me. I am really struggling with my glue tonight. I had no problem this afternoon. Okay, so we're going to forget the glue. And we're going to have to put just a little bit of tape adhesive on there. And make sure that I tuck it all in. That's the one nice thing about our Stampin' seal. I can just wrap it underneath so you don't see any of the glue or the tape. There we go. And down we go. So we'll put our little puddle there. And then we'll put some dimensionals on our little fox. We'll load him up with dimensionals. Hi, Bonnie. How are you? I can look at some notes while I'm... Hey, Nancy. Nancy loves this set. I do too now, Nancy. There we go. Got a few of those on him. Take off our little pieces here. And then we'll just put our little fox in the puddle here. Oh, before I do that, I want to do one other thing quick. Okay, I want to do, last time when I did the original one, I forgot this step till afterwards. We'll put the Wink of Stella on now, so I can cover the whole puddle and then put the fox on top of it. It's kind of cool because then the Wink of Stella kind of darkens up the puddle too. So it's all nice and shiny. Can you see the sparkle a little bit? There we go. Okay, now let's put our little fox on there playing in the puddle. There we go. He's on there. That's great. And we can tape the back of this. And then we'll get to our stamping. So just put a little adhesive on the back of here. And then to line it up, I just take it, slide it all the way into there so they meet together. The two edges, I place it where I want it in there. And then down, press down. And that's it. There we go. Isn't that cute? Okay. So now let's do a little stamping. We need to stamp on this little piece, and we need to stamp on this little piece. So on this one, we're going to just do some flowers. I want to make sure that I've got it the right direction because one side is just a tad smaller. That's good, and that's square, so I am okay with that. I'm going to get a piece of grid paper up on the table so I can stamp. Okay, let's put that on there. Okay, the flowers I'm going to do in Mango Melody, and then the clouds and the raindrops I'm going to do, and the sentiment I'm going to also do in, sentiment's going to be a Mango Melody too. So I had to go grab another stamp, and my husband says, "Weren't you prepared?" And I said, "Apparently not." And I sure thought I was. That makes it more humorous then, doesn't it? So we're going to do a little Mango Melody for Rainy Days Are Better With You. We're going to put that right down on the bottom here. Here we go. And then we're going to do the flowers in Mango Melody. And we'll put those right in the middle of this piece on the bottom. Okay. And I'll set that aside, and I'm going to grab the envelope. And we'll put the yellow flowers in the corner of the envelope too. Let's see, how did I do the other one? Yeah, I guess I did. You could put it in the center too if you wanted to. Okay, envelope done. Now we want our balmy blue for our clouds. We'll do those right on top of here. And then a couple of raindrops coming off to the side. Don't have to do a lot. One there, one down here, and that's enough. That, less is more sometimes. When I was practicing today, I was doing a whole bunch of them, and I went, yeah, no, that's way too much. Again, less is more, and it was. It was just right. 2 of them is all I needed. So I did that second piece with the flowers so you had a place to write a note to somebody if you like. And if you wanted to, you could put another white piece there. So you'd have space to write to. All right, putting our last one on. And so as you can see, it looks like a difficult card. It most certainly is not a difficult card. It's just a lot of Mary's cutting to make it look like a pretty difficult card. So now let's put some raindrops on there, our little epoxy raindrops, and that is it. We'll call it quits. Get my take a pick tool out, and I'll just put 3 raindrops on there. Pull that one up. Let's see, where are we going to go? This one, we'll get one up here, and then we'll put 2 on the other side. Here, one there, and that doesn't want to stay. There we go. And there you go, guys. That's it. Now, to take my picture of this, what I did do, and if you want to have it closed, if you put a little tiny glue dot down here, it will keep it closed and it won't wreck the paper when somebody opens it. So there's my card. What do you think? Isn't he cute? I just love him. I think he's so adorable. Hi, Carol. Thank you so much. Yes, I think, Bonnie, you will be able to watch Mary tomorrow after the meeting. I think the videos, I know the videos stay posted on, that's on the Song of My Heart downline page. So you should be able to watch it on there. It won't be on my page here, it'll be on our team page. And you should be in that one because you are on the team. So there you go, guys. Think spring with all of my treats that I made today and my springy card. And I will catch up with you next Sunday night Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Please share my video so my name gets out there. And again, anybody who wants the tutorial and a sample card, $10, send me a message and it's yours. Have a great week. Hopefully we get some more spring weather, get rid of this snow, and have happy crafting, everybody. Thanks again for watching. I truly appreciate it. Bye-bye now.